Good day, girls. This is JS3 lesson 2. This is JS3 lesson 2. In our previous lesson, we discussed on distribution. We said distribution is the process of passing goods from the manufacturer to the final consumer. We also discussed on the channels of distribution, which will make mention of the manufacturer or the producer, the wholesaler, the retailer, and then the consumer. Today we're going to look at this topic: calculation of gross profit and net profit. Calculation of gross and net profit. In calculation of gross and net profits, we have to look at the meaning of gross and net. First of all, definition of gross and net. Gross profit is a total of sales less cost of goods sold, in bracket goods purchased, while net profit is a total of all expenses accumulated in carrying out the business less gross profit brought. That's the meaning of gross profit and net profit. Here is an information to guide us on how to calculate the gross profit and the net profit respectively. A manufacturer manufactures 200 units of a product at a cost of 500 naira. He sells all the 200 units to a wholesaler at 600 naira each. The wholesaler in turn sells to the retailer at 650 naira. The retailer sells to the consumer at 700 naira each. No unit was left unsold. There was no unit left unsold. That is to say, all the production work was sold out. Is the process in which the goods were sold. Now, I name it in two ways. I said A, gross profit is A. We're going to look at gross profit, and then number 1, manufacturer's gross profit. 2, wholesaler gross profit. 3, retailer's gross profit. So we're going to look at the gross profit of these two parties. And before then, we have to look at an information below that. The following expenses were incurred by the parties mentioned above. Manufacturer. The manufacturer expenses was 2,500 naira. Wholesaler 2,000 naira. Then the retailer 1,500 naira. This was the expenses they incurred or encountered as the business. And then B, we say the net profits. We're going to look at the net profits. 1, manufacturer's net profits. 2, wholesalers net profits. 3, the retailer's net profits. I told you we'll start with the gross profit, name it as A, B. A is the gross, B is the net. So we're going to look at this. After which we've calculated the gross, we're going to calculate the net profit, which will enable us to know the profits that these two parties make as the cost of particular business. Okay? Calculation of gross now. Let us enter into the real calculation. Now, 1, manufacturer cost of production is 200 units. Remember our information. So that 200 units, we're going to multiply it by 500 units. That's the cost of the production work. He produced 200 units as the cost of 500. So we're going to say 200 times 500. That will give us 10,000 naira. Now, selling price, he sold it to the wholesaler. he sold it at the rate of 600 naira. So we're going to say 600 times 200, that will give us 120 naira. Now, gross profit. To get the gross profit of the manufacturer, we say gross profit is equals to selling price minus cost price. In that minus sign, I would prefer to be using less because that is business term. So we're going to say selling price less cost price. And then remember, our cost price is 120,000 naira. And then the selling, that is the selling price, and the selling price is 120,000 naira. Then the cost price is 10,000 naira. So when you subtract 10,000 from 120, you'll be left with 20,000 naira. And that is the gross profit of the manufacturer. Number 2, the wholesaler cost price. The wholesaler cost price, the units price times the cost price is equals to 120,000 naira. Remember, he bought it, the wholesaler bought it from the manufacturer at the cost of 600 naira. That's why we're getting 2 times 600. Then the selling price is 650 naira. Remember those expenses. So we're going to say selling price, which is 650 times 200, and that will give us what? 130,000 naira. So gross profit of the wholesaler is going to be selling price less cost of less cost price. That is less cost of goods of the goods. That will give us 130,000 naira minus or less 120,000 naira. Then the gross profit will be what? 20,000 naira respectively. So when you subtract the selling price from the cost price, you will get 20,000 naira. For the retailer cost price is equals to 650 naira times 200 units is equals to 130,000 naira. And then selling price is equals is 700 naira. That 700 naira is what you bought it from the wholesaler. 700 naira times the units, it will give us 100, and the unit is 200. That will give us 140,000 naira. The gross profit of the retailer, gross profit is equals to selling price less cost price, and that is 140,000 naira minus 130,000 naira. I'm very sorry, there is a mistake. The minus sign is not indicated in between 140 and 130,000 naira. So 140 naira less 130,000 naira, that will give us 10,000 naira as the gross profit of the net profit. We're going to look at the calculation of net profit now. In calculation of net profit, we're going to start with the manufacturer again. Manufacturer net profit is equals to gross profit less expenses. Remember, the gross profit is 20,000 naira, and then expenses was what? 2,500 naira. So when we say 20,000 naira less 2,500, we're going to realize 17,500 naira, and that is the gross profit. That's the net profit of the wholesaler. Now the wholesaler net profit is equals to gross profit less expenses. And then remember, the gross profit of the wholesaler is 10,000 naira, and then the expenses was 2,000 naira. So when you say 10,000 less 2,000 naira, what you realize is what? 8,000 naira, and that 8,000 is the net profit of the wholesaler. Now the retailer net profit is equals to gross profit less expenses. The gross profit of the retailer is 10,000 naira, and then the expenses is 1,500 naira. Now we're going to now say 10,000 naira less 1,500 naira, and that will give us 8,500 naira, and that is what? The net profit of the retailer. So with that, we have come to the end of the lesson, and here is an cannot leave you like that. Here is an assignment for you, and this is the assignment. Uh, Identify the differences between 1. Cost of goods sold and gross profit. 2. Net profit and gross profit. So make an attempt and send it to me again through my WhatsApp number or my contact. Thank you. This is the end of the lesson. Bye bye.